What if the secret to transforming your life wasn't about working harder, but about working smarter? It's a truth that many overlook. Our daily habits are the silent architects of our success or failure. In this book, you'll discover how small shifts in mindset and daily routines can unlock your full potential. By the end of this journey, you'll see that true empowerment lies not in drastic change, but in the consistent, purposeful habits you create. Mindset Flow. Empower Your Life with Habits. Written and published by Brainpower Blueprint. Chapter 1. The Power of Habits, Laying the Foundation for Change. Have you ever wondered why some people effortlessly achieve their goals while others struggle to make lasting changes? What if the secret isn't about doing more, but doing things differently? The truth is, the key lies in habits. Our daily, automatic behaviors shape our destiny. In this chapter, we'll explore how habits form the foundation for any positive change you want to make in your life. Every successful person's journey is built on habits that help them grow and thrive. Whether it's waking up early, staying organized, or reading regularly, the small things we do consistently add up. But habits are more than actions. They reflect your mindset, values, and identity. By aligning your habits with your goals, you can design a life that supports the success you seek. The great news is that habits aren't permanent. They can be formed or changed at any time. Whether you aim to adopt healthier routines, boost productivity, or increase confidence, the habits you choose will be pivotal. Before diving in, it's essential to understand how habits work and how to leverage them. Habits guide nearly half of our daily actions. Think about brushing your teeth or checking your phone. Automatic behaviors your brain has learned to perform without effort. While convenient, this automaticity can trap us in unhelpful routines. Stopping to ask, "Is this serving me?" is the first step in taking control of your habits. Your habits also define your identity. When you consistently act in a certain way, you reinforce a sense of self. For instance, exercising regularly makes you see yourself as healthy and active. Similarly, if you read frequently, you start identifying as a reader. This shift in identity is crucial. It's not just about changing actions, it's about becoming the person who naturally embodies those actions. Consider someone who starts running every morning. Initially, it's a struggle to wake up early or lace up their shoes, but as they stick with it, running becomes a part of their routine, and they begin to see themselves as a runner. This identity shift makes the habit easier to maintain because it aligns with who they believe they are. Similarly, forming habits aligned with your goals reshapes your identity and sets you up for lasting success. How do you create habits that stick? Start small. Lasting change doesn't require drastic transformations. Incremental adjustments done consistently lead to significant results. If you want to wake up earlier, set your alarm 10 minutes earlier. If you aim to drink more water, begin by adding 1 glass to your daily routine. Starting small makes it manageable and sets the stage for success. Tracking your progress is another powerful tool. Seeing evidence of improvement, no matter how small, reinforces positive behaviors. Habit tracking, like marking off days on a calendar, builds motivation. Watching a streak grow encourages consistency. Regular reflection also helps you identify what's working, what isn't, and where to adjust. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping habits. Make desired behaviors easier by setting up supportive cues. For example, if you want to read more, keep a book on your bedside table. If healthier eating is your goal, stock your kitchen with nutritious options and remove temptations. By aligning your surroundings with your goals, you minimize resistance and make success more attainable. It's also important to approach habit formation with flexibility. Setbacks are inevitable. Missing a day or making a mistake doesn't mean failure. It means you're human. Acknowledging slip-ups with compassion and resuming your efforts is key to progress. Lasting change requires persistence, not perfection. As this chapter concludes, take a moment to reflect on your current habits. Which ones are helping you grow? Which ones might be holding you back? Think of one small habit you can introduce today to move closer to your ideal self. Whether it's waking up 10 minutes earlier, reading a chapter, or meditating for a few minutes, start small and build from there. This is how meaningful change begins. Chapter 2, Awareness is key. Recognizing the habits holding you back. Have you ever considered how many of your daily actions happen automatically? Most of us follow routines built over years, often without realizing that some of these habits may no longer serve us, or worse, may hold us back. Awareness is the first step toward transformation. Recognizing the habits that don't align with your goals allows you to consciously choose new ones that propel you forward. Awareness unlocks your potential. Our routines shape how we think, feel, and behave, often forming without our notice. But when you start paying attention, you may find many habits that hinder your growth. This chapter will help you understand your current habits and guide you in identifying the ones that need to change. Developing awareness begins by slowing down. In our busy lives, we rarely pause to reflect on our actions. Taking time to observe your daily choices without judgment is essential. Ask yourself, what do I do automatically? Which habits help me, and which ones hold me back? By noticing these patterns, you take the first step toward breaking free from unhelpful routines. One common example of a limiting habit is procrastination. It often becomes an automatic response to discomfort, stress, or fear of failure. People delay tasks without realizing that procrastination stems from specific triggers, such as overwhelm or self-doubt. The key to overcoming it is recognizing when it happens and understanding the emotions behind it. Awareness of these triggers allows you to address the root cause and start breaking the cycle. Another habit that can hold you back is negative self-talk. Thoughts like, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, can become so ingrained that they feel normal. This mindset reinforces mental barriers that prevent action. By noticing these thoughts as they arise, you can start replacing them with empowering beliefs. Awareness helps you shift from a fixed mindset to one that supports growth and possibility. Sometimes the habits that hinder us come from external influences. If you're surrounded by people who complain or engage in negativity, their behaviors can subtly shape your own. The company you keep has a powerful impact on your mindset and habits. Recognizing how your environment affects you allows you to make conscious decisions about how to respond or limit exposure to negative influences. Awareness reveals the reality of your habits. It's easy to go through life on autopilot without considering how daily routines impact your future. Taking time to observe your actions and reflect on your choices gives you the clarity to make meaningful changes. It's important to approach this awareness without judgment. Instead of criticizing yourself for unhelpful habits, view them as opportunities for growth. The more you embrace awareness, the more control you gain over your future. For instance, consider someone trying to eat healthier. They might unconsciously reach for sugary snacks during stressful moments, a habit formed over time. By practicing awareness, they can identify the triggers, such as stress or boredom, that lead to this behavior. With this insight, they can consciously choose healthier alternatives, like going for a short walk or having a nutritious snack. Awareness empowers them to make better choices moving forward. Similarly, if you struggle with skipping workouts, awareness can help you uncover the reasons behind it. Perhaps you feel too tired after work or overwhelmed by a lack of time. By recognizing these barriers, you can find solutions, like adjusting your workout time to when you have more energy or simplifying your exercise routine. Awareness helps you address the obstacles that prevent you from taking action, giving you the power to change. Journaling can be a powerful tool for building awareness. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on your actions. What habits did you notice? Were they productive or counterproductive? How did you feel during certain activities? Writing down your observations allows you to identify patterns and track progress over time. Journaling reinforces the habit of reflection, which is essential for growth. Once you've developed awareness, the next step is to make conscious choices. Recognizing habits that hold you back allows you to replace them with positive behaviors. Change takes patience and persistence, but awareness is the foundation for making those shifts. Remember, it's not just about knowing your habits, it's about taking intentional action to improve them. As you wrap up this chapter, here's your practical exercise. Reflect on one habit you want to change. Consider when it formed, what triggers it, and how it makes you feel. Write down your observations and think of an alternative habit that could serve you better. What small step can you take today to begin shifting this habit? Awareness is the first step toward creating a better future. Chapter 3. Shaping Your Future. The Power of Intentional Habits. Have you ever felt stuck, endlessly repeating the same actions but seeing no real change? It's easy to believe that life just happens to us, but the truth is, your habits shape your future. Every small decision compounds over time, creating the life you live today. To change your future, you must change your habits. In this chapter, we'll explore how designing intentional habits can unlock the life you desire. Habits are not just routines, they are the foundation of success. Many people move through life on autopilot, following habits formed by default. However, intentional habits allow you to take control. By purposefully aligning your daily actions with your goals, you build a life that reflects your vision. Intentional habits are small, consistent actions that push you forward, even on difficult days. They focus your energy on what truly matters, eliminating distractions that don't serve your goals. Consider someone who wants to improve their health. Without intentional habits, their choices may not reflect their aspirations. They might skip meals, neglect exercise, or overindulge. But by intentionally incorporating habits like daily exercise or meal preparation, they take small steps toward better health. Over time, these consistent actions lead to significant transformation. The same principle applies to other areas of life, whether it's building a career, improving finances, or nurturing personal growth. Intentional habits can also shift your mindset. For example, if you want to be more mindful, you could set aside time each day for meditation or journaling. These small practices, when done consistently, create a sense of clarity and presence. The key lies in aligning your habits with the life you want to create. If your actions support your goals and values, you'll make steady progress. On the other hand, habits that don't align with your vision, like spending hours on social media, can hold you back. Focus is essential when building intentional habits. The goal is not to overload yourself with a long list of tasks, but to concentrate on a few impactful actions. Trying to do too much can lead to frustration and burnout. Instead, identify a few key habits that align with your goals and make them non-negotiable. Whether it's setting aside time for exercise, prioritizing your health, or reflecting on your day, these habits should move you closer to your desired future. One small step at a time. One reason intentional habits are so effective is that they build momentum. Starting small and staying consistent creates a positive feedback loop. For instance, waking up 30 minutes earlier to work on a personal project might feel challenging at first, but as you start seeing the benefits, like increased energy or a sense of accomplishment, you're motivated to continue. Over time, the habit becomes ingrained, and the positive momentum carries over into other areas of your life. The same applies to financial success. Without intentional habits, someone might spend impulsively or neglect savings. By creating habits like tracking expenses, setting savings goals, and investing regularly, they lay the foundation for long-term financial stability. These actions may seem small, but their impact compounds over time, leading to significant results. The power of intentional habits lies in this cumulative effect. Small actions repeated consistently create lasting change. Intentional habits also help you overcome obstacles. Life is full of setbacks, and it's easy to lose motivation when things don't go as planned. However, habits provide a framework for resilience. If you miss a workout or slip up in another area, intentional habits help you bounce back. Instead of feeling defeated, you rely on your established routine to regain momentum. This consistency makes it easier to navigate challenges and stay on track. Building intentional habits is an ongoing process. As your goals and priorities evolve, your habits should adapt. Regularly evaluate your routines to ensure they align with your vision for the future. Flexibility and reflection allow you to adjust as needed, keeping your habits relevant and effective. As you wrap up this chapter, here's your practical exercise. Reflect on one area of your life where you want to make progress. It could be in health, finances, relationships, or personal growth. Write down a few habits that could help you move forward. Choose one small habit to focus on this week and commit to practicing it daily. At the end of the week, reflect on its impact. Remember, change begins with small, intentional steps. Chapter 4, Creating Your Vision, the Roadmap to Your Best Self. Have you ever felt a spark of inspiration, a vision of the life you truly want, only to let it fade away amid the noise of everyday life? Most people have dreams, but few take the time to define them clearly and turn them into a guiding vision. Without a clear picture of where you want to go, it's easy to get lost in the busyness of life, chasing goals that don't truly matter, or getting stuck in routines that keep you stagnant. In this chapter, we'll explore the importance of creating a vision for your life, a roadmap that will guide you toward becoming the best version of yourself. At its core, a vision is a vivid mental image of your desired future. It's not just a list of goals or accomplishments. It's a deeper connection to the life you want to create and the person you want to become. A well-defined vision serves as both a compass and a source of motivation, helping you stay focused and inspired even when challenges arise. It reminds you of your purpose and ensures that your daily actions align with the bigger picture of your dreams. Creating a vision begins with self-reflection. To craft a meaningful roadmap for your life, you need to ask yourself some important questions. What does success look like for me? What kind of person do I want to be? How do I want to feel in my everyday life? These questions help you move beyond surface-level desires and tap into what truly matters to you. For instance, while one person's vision of success might involve building a thriving business, another's might focus on cultivating a peaceful and balanced family life. Your vision should be uniquely yours, reflecting your values, passions, and aspirations. Let's take an example to illustrate this. Imagine a young woman named Mia who feels unfulfilled in her career. She spends her days in a job she dislikes, but she hasn't taken the time to define what she truly wants. One evening, Mia decides to sit down and envision her ideal future. She imagines waking up feeling excited to start her day, working in a creative role where she can express her talents, and having enough flexibility to travel and spend quality time with loved ones. This vision becomes a turning point for Mia. It gives her clarity about what she truly values: creativity, freedom, and connection, and helps her identify the steps she needs to take to move toward that future. Once you have a clear vision, the next step is to break it down into smaller, actionable goals. A vision can feel overwhelming if it's too broad or far-reaching, so it's important to create a roadmap that bridges the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. For instance, if your vision includes financial independence, your goals might involve creating a budget, building an emergency fund, or starting an investment portfolio. These smaller steps make your vision feel attainable and give you a sense of progress as you work toward your bigger aspirations. Another key aspect of creating your vision is to make it as vivid and detailed as possible. A vague vision such as, "I want to be happy," is unlikely to inspire action or provide direction. Instead, imagine your future in as much detail as you can. What does your ideal day look like? Where are you living? Who are you spending time with? How do you spend your time? The more specific and sensory-rich your vision is, the more real and motivating it becomes. For example, instead of saying, "I want to live by the beach," imagine waking up to the sound of waves, sipping coffee on a balcony overlooking the ocean, and feeling the sand between your toes during an evening walk. One of the most powerful tools for reinforcing your vision is visualization. Visualization involves mentally rehearsing your desired future, imagining yourself living the life you want to create. Studies have shown that visualization can enhance motivation, improve performance, and even rewire your brain to align with your goals. Athletes often use this technique to prepare for competitions, mentally rehearsing every move they'll make on the field or court. In the same way, you can use visualization to strengthen your connection to your vision and build the confidence to pursue it. Creating a vision also requires flexibility. As you grow and evolve, your aspirations may change, and that's okay. Your vision is not a rigid plan. It's a dynamic guide that adapts to your shifting priorities and circumstances. For instance, you might start with a vision of building a corporate career, but over time, you may discover a passion for entrepreneurship and adjust your goals accordingly. The key is to stay true to your values and remain open to new possibilities while keeping your overall direction in mind. It's important to remember that creating a vision is not just about the end result. It's also about the journey. A compelling vision inspires you to take meaningful action every day, shaping your habits, mindset, and choices in the process. For example, if your vision includes becoming a healthier, more energetic version of yourself, you might start by incorporating daily exercise, eating nourishing foods, and prioritizing sleep. Each small step you take toward your vision strengthens your belief in your ability to achieve it and reinforces the habits that will carry you forward. Lastly, sharing your vision with others can be a powerful way to stay accountable and inspired. When you share your dreams with supportive friends, family, or mentors, you invite encouragement and collaboration into your journey. For instance, if your vision includes learning a new skill, telling someone about your goal can motivate you to stay consistent and seek guidance when needed. Surrounding yourself with people who believe in your vision helps you stay focused and resilient, even when obstacles arise. As you wrap up this chapter, here's your practical exercise. Take 20 minutes to sit in a quiet, distraction-free space and write down your vision for your ideal life. Close your eyes and imagine your future as vividly as possible. What does your ideal day look like? How do you feel? What goals have you achieved? And what habits have helped you get there? Write your vision in the present tense as if it's already your reality. For example, I wake up every morning feeling energized and excited to start my day. After you've written your vision, identify one small action you can take this week to begin aligning your daily life with your vision. Chapter 5. Harnessing the Power of Consistency. Have you ever started a new habit or goal with excitement and enthusiasm, only to see that energy fade after a few weeks? It's easy to get motivated at the beginning of a new journey, but maintaining that momentum is where many people struggle. The key to success in any area of life, whether it's personal growth, fitness, career, or relationships, lies in one simple yet powerful principle: consistency. In this chapter, we'll dive deep into the power of consistency and why it is one of the most critical factors for achieving lasting change. We'll explore how small, consistent actions can lead to big results over time and how you can cultivate consistency in your daily life, even when the excitement wanes. By the end of this chapter, you'll understand why consistency isn't just about repeating tasks. It's about building momentum that carries you toward your bigger goals. The first step in harnessing the power of consistency is understanding what it really means. Consistency isn't about doing something perfectly every time, nor is it about striving for immediate, massive results. Rather, consistency is the practice of showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, and taking small actions toward your goals. Think of it like planting a seed in the ground. Initially, you may not see much progress, but over time, with regular watering and care, that seed will grow into something beautiful. One of the best ways to illustrate the power of consistency is by looking at the journey of someone like James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. Clear emphasizes the importance of focusing on getting 1% better each day. Over the course of a year, those small improvements compound, and the cumulative effect can be remarkable. For example, if you commit to reading just 10 pages of a book every day, in 1 year, you will have read 3,650 pages. A huge accomplishment that would likely have been impossible to achieve if you had only focused on reading when you felt motivated. Consider the example of Sarah, a young professional who is trying to improve her fitness. She begins with great enthusiasm, hitting the gym for an hour every day. After a few days, she begins to feel tired, and her motivation starts to fade. Instead of giving up entirely, Sarah scales back her workouts, committing to a shorter 30-minute session every day. Within a few weeks, she notices that the consistency of working out every day, no matter how small the effort, has begun to build momentum. Over time, she not only improves her fitness, but also develops a sense of pride in sticking to her routine, even on days when she's tired or busy. Consistency works because it is directly tied to habit formation. When you do something regularly, your brain starts to recognize it as part of your daily routine, reducing the mental energy needed to continue. For example, brushing your teeth every morning may feel automatic, something you don't have to think about. The same principle applies to other habits, whether it's exercising, eating healthy, or practicing mindfulness. The more you do it consistently, the less effort it takes to continue. But what if you feel like you're not making progress? Or worse, that your efforts are too small to matter? This is a common obstacle when working on long-term goals. The key is to focus on the process, not just the outcome. The small actions you take each day add up in ways that aren't always immediately visible. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small, but as it gains momentum, it becomes bigger and more powerful. The same applies to your efforts, whether you're trying to save money, learn a new skill, or improve your relationships. The key is to keep going, even when it feels like you're not seeing instant results. The story of the tortoise and the hare offers a classic example of consistency in action. The hare, confident in its speed, takes a break during the race, assuming it will win effortlessly. Meanwhile, the tortoise keeps moving, slow but steady, and ultimately wins the race. This simple fable underscores the importance of steady, consistent effort over time, rather than relying on bursts of energy or excitement. Another critical element of consistency is tracking your progress. It's easy to forget how far you've come if you don't take the time to notice the small wins along the way. Tracking your habits or progress can help you stay motivated and remind you of the positive changes you're making. For example, if you're working on writing a book, tracking your word count every day can provide a sense of accomplishment and help you stay on track. If your goal is to save money, keeping a record of your savings can help reinforce your commitment and remind you of the progress you're making, even if it's just a small amount. Consistency also requires patience. In a world of instant gratification, it can be tempting to expect quick results, but real, lasting change takes time. It's important to be patient with yourself and the process. Celebrate the small wins and trust that the efforts you put in today will pay off in the future. Remember, the journey to success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And the more consistent you are in your actions, the closer you'll get to your destination. One of the challenges of maintaining consistency is dealing with setbacks. Life happens. There are days when you'll miss a workout, eat an unhealthy meal, or fail to complete a task. Instead of beating yourself up or abandoning your goal altogether, treat setbacks as part of the process. Learn from them, adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. The key is to get back on track as soon as possible and not let a single setback derail your entire journey. As you wrap up this chapter, here's your practical exercise. Think about one habit you'd like to develop or a goal you'd like to achieve. Break it down into small, consistent actions that you can take every day. For example, if you want to improve your physical fitness, start by committing to a 20-minute workout each day. Write down the specific action you'll take every day for the next week and track your progress. At the end of the week, reflect on how it felt to be consistent and what impact it had on your goal. Chapter 6. The Power of Small Wins. When setting out to make lasting changes, it's easy to focus on the big picture, imagining a successful career, a fit body, or a peaceful mind. While big goals are important, one key principle often gets overlooked: the power of small wins. These seemingly minor victories build momentum, shift your mindset, and lead to larger achievements over time. Small wins are everyday successes that accumulate and create significant change. They shift the focus from feeling overwhelmed by a big goal to feeling empowered by consistent progress. By concentrating on the process instead of the outcome, you learn to celebrate the steps that lead to success, reinforcing the habits that will carry you forward. Think about a significant accomplishment in your life. Perhaps it was finishing a major project, completing a fitness challenge, or reading a book. The end result likely felt rewarding, but it was the small, consistent actions, working late, making healthy choices, or setting aside time to read, that truly created the success. These small wins were the foundation of your achievement. Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit, explains how small wins create a snowball effect, building confidence and shaping behavior. Progress, even in tiny increments, strengthens belief in your ability to succeed, fueling motivation to take the next step. This positive cycle is the cornerstone of meaningful change. Consider Mike, who wanted to improve his health. Losing 50 pounds and running a marathon felt overwhelming, so he focused on small, manageable actions, cutting out soda and committing to 10 minutes of exercise daily. Each small win motivated him to continue, and over time, these changes transformed his lifestyle. The same principle applies to other areas, like productivity or personal growth. For instance, someone aspiring to write a book may feel daunted by the scale of the task. But by starting with 200 words a day, the goal becomes manageable. Each completed session is a small win, adding up to chapters and eventually a finished book. The key is to celebrate these victories, no matter how small they seem. Each success reinforces the belief that progress is possible. Small wins also provide positive reinforcement. Celebrating even minor achievements triggers dopamine, the brain's feel-good chemical. This creates a feedback loop, motivating you to keep going. Recognizing these wins helps maintain enthusiasm, even when the larger goal feels far away. Progress can feel slow, especially when working on long-term changes like developing a new habit. Focusing on small wins can help you stay motivated. For example, if you're saving money, celebrating each deposit reminds you that progress is happening. It's not the size of the action, but the act of moving forward that matters. Viewing success as a series of small wins clarifies the path ahead. Every win, no matter how minor, builds towards something greater. Consistency is crucial. Focus on what you can do today to move closer to your goal. Over time, these incremental steps add up, and you'll look back and see how far you've come. Small wins also provide a sense of control. By focusing on what you can influence, your actions, choices, and mindset, you feel empowered. These wins build confidence, encouraging further action and creating a cycle of growth. With each step, you reinforce your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. As you wrap up this chapter, here's your practical exercise. Identify an area of your life where you want change. Break your larger goal into small, manageable actions you can take today. For example, if you want to start exercising, commit to 10 minutes of movement. Reflect on how accomplishing this small win makes you feel and consider how you can build on it tomorrow. By focusing on small wins, you create momentum, build confidence, and move steadily toward your goals. The size of the victory doesn't matter. It's the consistency and celebration of each step forward that makes all the difference. Chapter 7. Overcoming Setbacks with Resilience. Life is full of unexpected challenges. No matter how well you plan or how determined you are, setbacks will inevitably occur. Whether it's a missed opportunity, a failed attempt, or simply life throwing curveballs your way, setbacks can feel like major roadblocks. But what if I told you that setbacks are not only inevitable, they are essential for growth? The ability to face setbacks, learn from them, and continue forward with resilience is one of the most important skills you can develop on your journey to success. In this chapter, we will explore the concept of resilience and how it is the key to turning setbacks into opportunities for growth. Resilience is not about avoiding failure or staying untouched by challenges. It is about how you respond to those setbacks, how you bounce back, and how you keep moving forward despite the obstacles. It's about having the strength to keep going, even when the path ahead looks difficult or uncertain. At its core, resilience is the ability to recover from adversity. It's about staying strong in the face of difficulty, whether that means overcoming personal struggles, facing professional challenges, or navigating the ups and downs of everyday life. The resilient person doesn't give up after a setback. Instead, they learn from it, adapt, and keep moving forward with renewed determination. One of the most common reasons people struggle with setbacks is because they view failure as a reflection of their abilities or worth. When something goes wrong, it's easy to take it personally and feel as though we're not good enough. However, failure is not a judgment of your character or abilities. It's a natural part of the learning process, and it's something everyone experiences on their path to success. By reframing setbacks as opportunities to grow and learn, we can cultivate a mindset that embraces challenges rather than shying away from them. Take, for example, the story of Thomas Edison. Most people know him as the inventor of the light bulb, but fewer are familiar with the numerous failures he faced before achieving success. Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His resilience and refusal to see failure as permanent were key to his eventual success. Edison's persistence in the face of setbacks led to one of the most impactful inventions in history, He didn't let his failures define him. He used them to fuel his progress. Another powerful example of resilience can be found in the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before becoming one of the best-selling authors of all time, Rowling faced a series of setbacks. She was rejected by multiple publishers, struggled with financial difficulties, and faced personal challenges. At one point, she was a single mother living on welfare. But instead of giving up, Rowling kept writing. Her resilience paid off when the first Harry Potter book was finally accepted for publication. Today, her books have sold over 500 million copies, and she is regarded as one of the most successful authors in history. If Rowling had let her setbacks define her, the world would have never known the magic of Harry Potter. Resilience is not about pretending that challenges don't exist or ignoring the emotions that come with setbacks. In fact, acknowledging your emotions is a vital part of resilience. It's normal to feel frustrated, disappointed, or even angry when things don't go as planned. The key is not to let these feelings stop you from moving forward. Embrace your emotions, learn from them, and then take action to move past the setback. It's okay to stumble. What matters is how you pick yourself up. One of the most important aspects of building resilience is developing a growth mindset. A growth mindset, as described by psychologist Carol Dweck, is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to learn, rather than as signs of their inadequacy. They believe that setbacks are not a reflection of their potential, but rather stepping stones on the path to improvement. By adopting a growth mindset, you can shift your perspective on setbacks, seeing them as valuable experiences rather than insurmountable obstacles. Another key factor in building resilience is the support system you surround yourself with. No one becomes resilient on their own. Whether it's family, friends, mentors, or colleagues, having a network of people who can encourage you, offer advice, and provide emotional support is crucial. Resilience is not about being invincible. It's about knowing when to lean on others and asking for help when needed. Building a supportive community around you can help you bounce back from setbacks faster and with more confidence. A great way to strengthen your resilience is to develop habits that build mental toughness. One such habit is practicing gratitude. When faced with setbacks, it's easy to focus on what went wrong. However, by shifting your focus to the things you are grateful for, you can change your perspective and increase your ability to cope with adversity. Each day, take a few moments to reflect on the positive aspects of your life. This simple practice can help you maintain an optimistic mindset, even during difficult times. Another habit that fosters resilience is mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness, you can learn to manage stress, stay grounded in the present moment, and approach challenges with a calm and focused mindset. Mindfulness allows you to acknowledge your thoughts and feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. This mental clarity can help you navigate setbacks with a sense of purpose and control. In addition to mental habits, physical self-care also plays a role in resilience. Regular exercise, healthy eating, and adequate sleep are all essential for maintaining physical and mental well-being. When your body is well taken care of, you're better equipped to handle stress and setbacks. Resilience is not just a mental strength, it's also a physical one. As you work on building resilience, it's important to remember that setbacks are not the end of the road. They are simply part of the journey. The ability to face challenges, learn from them, and keep moving forward is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. As you wrap up this chapter, here's your practical exercise. Think of a recent setback you've experienced. How did you react at the time? Take a moment to reflect on what you learned from that experience. What could you have done differently to overcome it more effectively? How can you apply the lessons from that setback to future challenges? Write down your thoughts and create an action plan for how you will approach setbacks with resilience moving forward. Remember, resilience is not about avoiding challenges. It's about learning how to navigate them with strength and determination. By embracing setbacks as opportunities for growth, you'll develop the resilience needed to succeed in all areas of your life. Chapter 8. Cultivating Consistency for Lasting Change. When was the last time you decided to make a change in your life? Maybe it was adopting a new habit, pursuing a goal, or breaking a bad pattern. At first, the excitement of the new endeavor felt motivating. You started with enthusiasm, but over time, your drive began to fade. Consistency is where many of us falter, and it's a major reason why even the best-laid plans often fail. So, how do you turn fleeting motivation into lasting success? The answer lies in cultivating consistency. In this chapter, we will explore the concept of consistency and how it's the foundation for long-term transformation. The truth is, consistent action, no matter how small, is the key to achieving meaningful change. Consistency is not about perfection. It's about showing up day after day, even when motivation wanes, and continuing to take the necessary steps towards your goal. It's the daily choices you make that ultimately determine the results you see in your life. The challenge most people face when trying to develop new habits or achieve their goals is that they expect rapid results. Society often glorifies instant success, and we're led to believe that if we don't see quick progress, we've failed. However, the reality is that change takes time, and it's the small, consistent actions you take each day that compound over time to create lasting transformation. Consistency isn't just about doing something every day. It's about making it a non-negotiable part of your life. Whether it's exercising, writing, studying, or practicing any other habit, consistency means making that action a priority and committing to it even when it doesn't feel easy or exciting. This commitment is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up midway through. Consider the story of the bamboo tree. The bamboo seed is planted, but for the first few years, it doesn't show any visible growth. During this time, the tree is developing a deep, strong root system beneath the surface. Then, after a few years, the bamboo begins to grow at an incredible rate, up to 90 feet in just a few weeks. If you were to observe the bamboo tree's progress during those first few years, you would see nothing, but the consistent underground growth laid the foundation for the tree's impressive above-ground growth. This is a perfect metaphor for the power of consistency. Often, when you're working towards something important, you may not see immediate results, but the consistent effort you put in is laying the groundwork for success down the line. Another powerful example of the importance of consistency can be found in the story of Jerry Seinfeld, the famous comedian. Seinfeld is known for his incredible work ethic, and one of his key habits is the "don't break the chain" method. Each day, Seinfeld would set aside time to write new jokes. He would mark an X on a calendar for each day that he wrote, and his goal was to never break the chain of X's. Over time, this simple habit built up, and he wrote more than anyone else, eventually becoming one of the most successful comedians of his time. Seinfeld didn't wait for motivation to strike. He showed up every day, committed to consistency, and this led to his success. The beauty of consistency is that it's not dependent on how you feel. You don't need to wait for motivation or inspiration to take action. If you wait for those fleeting moments of excitement, you may never make progress. Consistency is about showing up, even when you don't feel like it, and making the effort to continue moving toward your goal, no matter how small the step. This is why building systems and routines that support consistency is so powerful. When you make something part of your daily rhythm, it becomes automatic, and it no longer requires a lot of willpower or mental energy to do it. Consider the importance of consistency in fitness. If you want to get in shape, it's not about doing a grueling workout once in a while. It's about showing up regularly, whether it's going for a run, hitting the gym, or doing a home workout. The key is to create a routine where you don't have to think too much about it. You simply do it. Over time, these small, consistent actions will result in significant changes to your physical health, even if the progress feels slow at first. In the same way, consistency in your work habits can yield extraordinary results. If you dedicate just an hour every day to learning a new skill or advancing in your career, over time, you will accumulate a wealth of knowledge and expertise. Success isn't built overnight. It's the product of small, consistent steps taken day after day. Building consistency doesn't mean you won't face challenges along the way. Life will always throw curveballs that may disrupt your plans. However, what sets successful people apart is their ability to stay consistent, even when things aren't perfect. It's about creating a mindset that embraces the process of gradual progress and being patient with the journey. A helpful strategy for cultivating consistency is to start small. If you want to create a new habit, begin with a manageable goal that doesn't feel overwhelming. Trying to overhaul your entire life in one go can lead to burnout. Instead, focus on the smallest possible action that you can consistently commit to. For instance, if you want to start exercising, aim for 10 minutes a day rather than an hour. If you want to write a book, commit to writing one paragraph each day. Over time, these small actions will snowball, and before you know it, you'll have made significant progress. Another key to consistency is accountability. When you tell someone about your goal or share it with a community, you create a level of accountability that helps you stay committed. Whether it's a friend, family member, or even a social media group, having someone to report back to makes it more likely that you'll follow through. Sometimes, just knowing that someone else is aware of your goals is enough to keep you on track. One of the most effective ways to ensure consistency is to track your progress. Whether it's through a journal, a planner, or an app, tracking your actions helps you see how far you've come, even when it feels like you haven't made much progress. It also helps to identify any patterns or obstacles that might be getting in your way, allowing you to course correct and stay on track. The act of tracking serves as both a reminder and a motivation to keep going. At its core, consistency is the key to long-term success. It's about taking small, consistent actions over time that compound into real results. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, you can build habits that will serve you for a lifetime. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up and putting in the effort, no matter how small, every single day. As you wrap up this chapter, here's your practical exercise. Reflect on an area of your life where you've struggled with consistency. What's one small step you can take today to build more consistency in that area? Create a plan for how you will incorporate this step into your daily routine and commit to showing up for it, even when motivation is low. Track your progress for the next week, and at the end of that week, reflect on the changes you've experienced. By focusing on consistency, you'll build the foundation for lasting change in your life. Embrace the journey and trust that the small actions you take today will pay off in the long run. Chapter 9. Building Resilience in the Face of Adversity. Life is full of challenges. Whether it's a personal setback, a professional disappointment, or unexpected obstacles that disrupt your plans, everyone encounters adversity. But what separates those who succeed from those who struggle to bounce back is resilience. Resilience is not just about overcoming adversity. It's about thriving in the face of it. In this chapter, we will explore the power of resilience, how you can develop it, and why it's a crucial skill for achieving long-term success. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from difficulties and adapt to challenging circumstances. It's a mental and emotional strength that allows you to endure hardships without being crushed by them. Rather than letting setbacks define you, resilience gives you the strength to keep moving forward, no matter what life throws your way. But while some people seem naturally resilient, the truth is that resilience is a skill that anyone can develop with practice and the right mindset. The first step in building resilience is understanding that setbacks are a natural part of life. Everyone faces difficulties, no matter how successful they may appear. Think about the stories of some of the most well-known figures in history. Many of them encountered significant failures along the way. Albert Einstein, widely regarded as one of the most brilliant minds in history, failed multiple times before achieving his scientific breakthroughs. Thomas Edison famously failed over 1,000 times before successfully inventing the light bulb. And Oprah Winfrey was told she was unfit for television before becoming one of the most influential media personalities of all time. These examples show that failure is not a reflection of your worth or potential. It's simply a part of the journey. What separates those who succeed from those who give up is how they respond to failure. Resilient individuals don't let setbacks deter them. Instead, they use failure as a learning experience as an opportunity to grow stronger and smarter. Take, for example, the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before becoming one of the wealthiest and most successful authors in the world, Rowling faced years of rejection. She was a single mother living on welfare, struggling with depression, and her manuscript for Harry Potter was rejected by 12 different publishers. Most people would have given up after that many rejections, but Rowling didn't. She believed in her story, and she persevered. Her resilience in the face of constant rejection eventually paid off, and today her books have sold over 500 million copies worldwide. Her story is a perfect example of how resilience can transform failure into success. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back from failure. It's also about adapting to change. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes the challenges you face aren't failures, but simply unexpected changes or new circumstances. The ability to pivot and adjust your mindset to embrace change is a key part of resilience. Take the example of an athlete who gets injured during a crucial game. The injury may prevent them from performing at their best, but a resilient athlete will adapt their training, focus on rehabilitation, and find new ways to contribute to their team, rather than allowing the setback to define them. Similarly, in business, companies often face economic downturns or unexpected changes in the market. Resilient leaders are those who can navigate these shifts by adapting their strategies, finding new opportunities, and maintaining a positive outlook. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, they focus on what can be done right moving forward. This adaptability is a critical component of resilience. The key to developing resilience is cultivating a mindset that sees challenges as opportunities, rather than obstacles. When you face adversity, it's easy to get caught up in negative emotions like fear, anger, or frustration. But resilient people choose to respond differently. They focus on what they can control, they maintain a positive attitude, and they take action, no matter how small, to move forward. By reframing your perspective on challenges, you can learn to see them as chances for growth, rather than something to be feared. A great example of this mindset shift can be found in the story of Nick Vujicic, a motivational speaker born without arms or legs. Despite his physical challenges, Vujicic has become an inspiration to millions. Instead of focusing on what he doesn't have, he is focused on what he can do. He uses his story to show others that no matter what life hands you, it's possible to rise above it and live a fulfilling, meaningful life. His resilience has made him one of the most sought-after motivational speakers in the world. And his story proves that no matter how great the adversity, you can choose to rise above it. While developing resilience may take time, there are a few strategies that can help you strengthen your ability to bounce back from adversity. First, it's important to build a strong support network. Resilient individuals don't face challenges alone. They surround themselves with people who offer encouragement, advice, and perspective. Having a network of friends, family, or mentors can make a significant difference in how you cope with difficult times. They provide a source of strength, reminding you that you are not alone, even in your toughest moments. Second, resilience is built through self-care. It's easy to neglect your physical and mental health when you're facing challenges, but taking care of your body and mind is crucial to building resilience. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, meditation, and adequate sleep can help you maintain the physical and emotional energy needed to navigate adversity. When you are well rested and feeling strong, you are better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. Third, cultivating a sense of purpose can help you stay resilient in the face of challenges. People who are resilient are often deeply connected to their values and their sense of purpose. When you have a clear why behind your actions, it's easier to push through setbacks because you know what you're working toward. Purpose provides you with the motivation to keep going, even when things get tough. Another key factor in resilience is emotional regulation. Resilient people know how to manage their emotions, especially in the heat of the moment. They practice mindfulness and self-awareness, recognizing when negative emotions arise, and they take steps to calm themselves before reacting. This emotional control helps them respond to challenges in a measured, rational way, rather than letting emotions dictate their actions. Finally, one of the most important aspects of building resilience is learning from your experiences. Every time you face adversity and overcome it, you grow stronger and more capable. Reflecting on past challenges can help you see how far you've come and remind you of your strength. You don't just get through difficult times, you learn and evolve through them. This process of learning from adversity helps build a mindset that believes in growth, no matter the obstacles. As you wrap up this chapter, here's your practical exercise. Think about a challenge you're currently facing or a setback you've experienced recently. How did you respond to it? Was your initial reaction to feel defeated, or did you look for opportunities to grow and adapt? Write down what you learned from this experience and what action you can take today to move forward. How can you use this challenge to build your resilience? Resilience is not a trait you're born with. It's a muscle that grows stronger the more you use it. By embracing adversity, learning from failure, and developing a positive, adaptable mindset, you can build the resilience needed to overcome any obstacle and achieve lasting success. Chapter 10. The Power of Persistence. Achieving your dreams through unwavering commitment. Have you ever found yourself on the verge of giving up, feeling like your dream is just too far out of reach? Maybe you've worked tirelessly, faced setbacks, and despite your efforts, success still seems elusive. It's in those moments, when you feel like throwing in the towel, that persistence becomes your most powerful ally. Persistence is the key that unlocks the door to achievement, and in this chapter, we will explore how you can harness its power to transform your life. Persistence is often described as the ability to keep going despite difficulties or delays in achieving success. It's the quality that separates those who succeed from those who give up. While talent, intelligence, or luck can certainly play a role in success, it is persistence that makes all the difference. It's not the person who is the smartest, the fastest, or the most gifted who achieves greatness. It's the person who refuses to quit, no matter how hard the journey gets. To understand the importance of persistence, think about some of the greatest achievements in history. Consider the story of Walt Disney. When he was starting out in the animation industry, he was fired from a newspaper job because his employer believed he lacked imagination. His first animation studio went bankrupt. Despite these early setbacks, Disney never gave up on his vision. He went on to create the world-renowned Disney Empire, which now includes movies, theme parks, and more. The key to his success wasn't just his creativity, it was his persistence in the face of rejection and failure. Another example of persistence at work can be found in the life of Michael Jordan. Arguably the greatest basketball player of all time, Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Imagine how easy it would have been for him to walk away from the game. But he didn't. Instead, he used that failure as motivation to work harder and push himself further. His career, which includes 6 NBA championships and countless other accolades, is a testament to the power of persistence. These stories serve as reminders that success is rarely instantaneous. It takes time, effort, and above all, perseverance. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not necessarily talent or resources, but the willingness to keep going when the going gets tough. In the face of challenges, the persistent individual asks themselves, "What can I learn from this?" rather than, "Why is this happening to me?" Persistence is not about blindly pushing through obstacles. It's about continuing to move forward, even when the path is unclear. It's about maintaining focus on your goals, even when the results aren't immediate. The ability to persist comes from having a clear sense of purpose, a deep understanding of why you're working toward your goal in the first place. For example, think about an entrepreneur starting a new business. At first, everything may seem promising. There's excitement, there's energy, and there's potential. But as time goes on, the challenges begin to stack up. Customers aren't coming in as expected. The market is more competitive than anticipated, and financial struggles begin to creep in. It's easy to become disheartened and lose sight of the initial dream. However, those who persist through these tough times are the ones who eventually emerge victorious. They take the lessons learned from failure, tweak their approach, and keep pressing forward. Persistence is also about being adaptable. While it's important to maintain your focus on the end goal, it's equally important to be flexible in your approach. The road to success is rarely a straight line. You may encounter detours, setbacks, or even dead ends along the way. It's how you respond to these challenges that determines your success. If you become fixated on one way of doing things, you risk missing out on new opportunities that may lead you closer to your goal. Persistence, therefore, involves not only staying committed, but also being open to change and innovation. This adaptability is particularly important in today's fast-paced world, where change is constant. For instance, consider the success of companies like Apple or Amazon. Both companies started with small ideas, but adapted to the changing market and technological landscape. They didn't stay stuck in their original business models. Instead, they evolved and innovated. The leaders of these companies were persistent in their pursuit of success, but they also understood the importance of staying agile and adjusting their strategies as needed. However, persistence alone is not always enough. To truly achieve your dreams, it's important to complement your persistence with a sense of purpose. Having a clear reason for your efforts helps fuel your determination, even when the challenges seem insurmountable. Without purpose, persistence can become a tiring, fruitless exercise. But with a strong sense of why you're doing what you're doing, your persistence becomes a powerful force that propels you forward, even through the hardest times. For example, let's say you're pursuing a career in medicine. The path is long and difficult. Years of study, internships, and countless hours spent preparing for exams. The road may seem endless, and there may be moments when you question whether it's all worth it. But if you have a deep passion for helping others and a strong desire to make a difference in the world, your sense of purpose will keep you going, even on the toughest days. Your persistence will be powered by your purpose, and that combination will lead you to success. Persistence is also about managing your mindset. It's easy to become discouraged when things aren't going your way, but resilient individuals understand the power of positive thinking. When you focus on the positives, even in the face of failure, you begin to shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. You start to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities for growth. By choosing to remain optimistic and persistent, you'll be amazed at how much further you can go. It's important to remember that persistence doesn't mean doing the same thing over and over again without reflection. Instead, it involves making continuous progress, learning from your experiences, and adapting when necessary. It's about being patient with yourself and trusting that, with consistent effort, you will eventually reach your destination. As you wrap up this chapter, here's your practical exercise. Think about a long-term goal or dream you've been working toward. Are there moments where you felt like giving up? What did you learn from those moments, and how did you choose to move forward? Write about a time when your persistence paid off, or a moment where you chose to keep going despite facing challenges. How did that experience shape your current mindset? Persistence is the glue that holds your dreams together. When you combine persistence with passion, purpose, and a positive mindset, you unlock the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. Remember, success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And those who persist, learn, adapt, and keep moving forward are the ones who ultimately achieve their dreams. Conclusion. In this journey through Mindset Flow, Empower Your Life with Habits, we've explored the transformative power of mindset and the essential habits that shape success. From embracing a growth mindset and cultivating positive habits to understanding the importance of persistence and adaptability, we've learned that achieving your goals is not a matter of luck or talent alone. It's about the daily choices you make, the mindset you adopt, and the habits you build that propel you toward your dreams. I hope this book has inspired you to take action, reflect on your path, and commit to making lasting positive changes in your life. Thank you for taking the time to dive into this journey of personal growth. If you found value in this content, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more insights. Your support helps us grow and continue sharing transformative ideas with the world. Keep evolving and stay empowered.